In this course, we will be writing about literature. We will be analyzing literature. And literature comes in a variety of genre. Genre means type. There are 4 or more different types of literature, but in this class we will be covering 3 major genres. We will not be covering poetry. We will not be covering the essay, the short story, the novel, and several plays. All of these have different characteristics, different expectations, but they are all a form of written art, and they are all designed to entertain. Don't forget that. Literature is designed to entertain. When we come to college, however, it is expected that we go beyond entertainment and we analyze. We do analysis of these art forms. And to do that, we need to also know that there are a variety of approaches to analysis. These are called critical approaches to literature. There are about 6 or 7 different critical approaches, but I will be covering 3 of these: formalist, historical, and sociological. Formalist criticism considers the structures of the work. What are the structures of the work? We call them elements of literature. And these elements include plot, setting, tone, point of view, symbolism, language. What we want to know is, how did the writer use these different elements of fiction, these structures, to create meaning or effect. Historical criticism is different. When we want to do historical criticism, we consider the response of the readers when the material was published and how it changes with the passing of time. If we look at the novel Uncle Tom's Cabin, and we see that it was published at the time of slavery, we would like to know, we would like to try to do a scholarly guess of how people would have reacted to that novel at that time. And we would also like to know, how would that reaction changed if we read it in this class this semester. Sociological analysis wants to know which values are being promoted by the work. In other words, if a writer, gives us a play or a short story where good versus evil, some characters represent good, some represent evil, and then who do we like? Is the writer promoting evil, or is he promoting good? It is as simple as that sometimes. We see it in the less imaginative literature, such as Batman. Batman is always there, winning the day for the people. How do these values affect us is the next question that we have. How do these values affect us if we give them serious consideration? When we do formalist criticism, sometimes called structural criticism, we will be applying it to the short story. We want to know which elements of fiction are being manipulated to create meaning or effect in that short story. When we cover the short novel, I will be teaching historical criticism. We would like to know how the readers responded to that particular novel when it was published, and how would that change if we're reading it today? When we do sociological, we will be dealing with a couple of plays, something you can see. It is an excellent way to see which values are being promoted. So remember these critical approaches. I will be using them again, mentioning them again, and they are not in the textbook, so make sure you know them.